live. All right. Actually, I'm gonna go on Facebook real quick. Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
If you want to share it, you should be going. You should be tagged in it. Yeah, we are. I'm gonna share it to a group here.
But share this on Instagram in my story or something.
You should be able to share it on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't really have go on Facebook on my phone.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
Well, dang it, Derek. We gotta get more followers, brother.
Okay.
Anyways, it's on Facebook Live right now. It's you are tagged on it, even though you can't get to it on your phone.
Okay.
But we are on it. Anyways, if anybody out there sees us, talks to us, hit us up. We'll talk to you back and share this, and we'll definitely appreciate the share and the love. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm ChadO. This is Derek Dimpfl. We are ATX Live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
There he is. Right on, brother. So things have been going on this week. You last Sunday you had your first show.
Yes, yeah, at Irene's. Got the shirt on again. We're going to have another one tonight. It went great. Yeah.
How did the stage hold up for you?
Oh, it was good. Oh, when Ashley made fun of it and said that it was made of cardboard.
Oh.
No, but otherwise, no, it looks really good. And
it wasn't flimsy.
No, not flimsy at all. No, those pallets are strong.
Nice.
You know? I put some nice plywood on top of them. Yeah.
Cool. But it was a handmade, not out of cardboard, and held up.
Exactly.
Did you bring your own mic and PA set too?
No, no, I didn't use my own mic. They had the whole mic and
nice.
PA setup. Yeah.
Good deal.
They even had a mic stand. I was going to grab one from my car, but they had one. Yeah. So.
Everybody on the list show up from Florida, etc.
Yeah. Well, everyone from Florida. Yeah, they were already visiting town. Let's see, but 2 didn't show. This Adam Lucky, he forgot about it. He's going to be on it tonight, so he forgot because his kid wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese. You know?
Oh yeah, got bumped by Chuck E. Cheese. He is a bigger name.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Joseph canceled at the last minute and didn't show. Yeah,
that sucks, man. But are you thinking about putting people on standby for that type of situation?
I don't know if that's necessary because of.
You just give everybody a couple more minutes, or.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessary because because usually it's and say for instance last week I had intended on having 10. But I booked 11.
Oh, so you had a standby kind of.
Then 2 didn't show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like this week, for instance, intended to have 10. Excuse me. Booked 12, and then Galen and Mike Eaton, who have been in Florida until this morning. As soon as at 3 a.m. when I saw an Instagram story from Waffle House, I knew they weren't going to make it back in time because they were driving. You know?
Oh yeah. That's funny.
So I was like, okay, that works out fine. Now we have 10. But
okay.
But I think I'll ask Wendy, who's hosting the open mic at Madrone's today, 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. If she wants to do that, and then Melissa Diaz will probably be there, so we could just have a longer than normal show.
Okay, nice. Everybody eating dinner. Did they? Was it like a come in, come out type thing, or
eating dinner?
It was more of a dinner show, right? Was that what you were talking about before?
Oh, it's like it's sort of that period that time, but I think everyone had eaten before they came. Yeah. Okay. So there were some people I think who had ordered food, but most people were just drinking, chilling, having a good time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it was just more of a chill atmosphere in the back there?
Yeah, it wasn't like really formal with like waiters and stuff like that. I mean, there were food servers and all that, but it wasn't like very it wasn't like individual tables and things.
Oh, right on. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So anything else happen this week for you? Let's see. That was Irene's on Sunday. What else you got happen this week?
Yeah. Well, today's going to be a big day because at 4 I have the Madrone Coffee Company mic that I'm co-hosting with Wendy. I'm playing the piano on that one.
That was a fun one. I remember that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And. Excuse me. Yeah, I think you came 2 weeks ago when I was just doing it myself. Yeah. If I'm ever hosting that one again, I think I'm probably just instead of like checking in with anyone like, do you want music?
Just play it.
Yeah, I'll be like, fuck it.
This is the show.
You're getting this whether you want, because like some of the people like for no reason I was just asking for a yes or no. Like, oh, would you like music? Like for some reason they were like being bitchy about it.
I saw that. Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck it. Why put myself through that when I could just be playing piano the whole time?
Yeah, this is the show.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, man. So yeah, it's like anywhere else. If you like the challenge mic, you're pulling shit out of the bucket. Mm-hmm. Coffee. What's it called? Madrone's.
Yeah, Madrone Coffee Company. Yeah.
You got piano company.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, but when Wendy hosts it, of course she'll say like she'll give the caveat that you don't have to have the piano behind it, which is fine.
Okay.
Which is fine.
But
yeah.
next time you host it, that's not the way it's gonna go.
Yeah, well, next time just because it's like an added layer of the hosting process, and some people were kind of bitchy about it. It's like, you know what, just deal with it.
You don't need the negative energy.
Like I'm not here to fuck up what you're doing. It's nobody's perfect, but at the same time, it's like.
I had fun with it. It was similar to like the challenge mic. It was a new way of doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's the heckle mics. There's you got the topic mics. You got fucking quiz mic. Whatever. This is just the way that was.
And I think it's a lot of fun. Speaking of this week, as you were, speaking of this last week, shout out to a friend of mine, Lee Champion, who's been watching a lot and said that she's been making comments about my butt. She's an old friend of mine from shortly after I came to Austin. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
She's got a good sense of humor.
Well, that's fun.
But I just didn't see any of the comments. She's like, "Did you see any of these fucking comments I was making?" I was like, "No, sorry."
Was she watching on Instagram or?
Yeah, I think she would have been watching on Instagram. Yeah, that's where she messaged me.
We got to get her back on. We got to get back on Instagram there because this Facebook Live.
Oh, okay, gotcha. This is strictly Facebook Live.
Yeah,
okay, that's all right.
It doesn't. Well, I don't think it shares it to my Instagram. I don't think it has any way of knowing.
Okay. Oh well, yeah. Then we can just route it through my new Instagram now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what we'll do. So, anyways, so Monday, did you do anything?
Let's see. Oh no, Monday I actually stayed in, which I was surprised, right? Because I was thinking it's like, okay, well I could go out and do Kill Tony. But then I was getting myself ready to get prepped for that, and I just felt really tired. But then I like reasoned, okay, come on, go easy on yourself. You just hosted this 2-hour show at Irene's last night. The night before, you hosted the South Cloud Ramen open mic, and you just put a lot of energy into that.
Yeah.
And so like, you're not up for it to go out a third night in a row like that. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
You talked yourself out of it. Just calmed yourself down.
No, I think it was the right choice. Yeah, I would have been pushing too hard if I'd gone. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I get it. Sunday I did the 3 mics. I didn't do Sandjack, but I did the 3 at the
Creek.
Yeah, the Creek. Yeah. And then Monday I did just the Creek. I think I didn't do anything else. Oh wait, no, it seems like I did.
Yeah. No Kill Tony for you?
I did do Kill Tony, but I didn't do Kill Tony.
Right.
Yeah. But I stood there the whole time.
You signed up. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stood there the whole time in overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, man. I feel like, do I really have to invest in the ticket? Well, it'd be comfortable, I do.
It would be cool. I did get to sit down with one of the guys I met in line. His name is Phil. He's been on Kill Tony before, but he met me the first week I was there. Kind of hit it off, and I saw him. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but anyways, he's like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket." I'm like, yeah. So we went inside. So it was a standing room only ticket, but
is he sort of like a larger guy,
no,
like bushy beard,
skinnier dude?
Okay.
Yeah. But he's like, let's. So we went upstairs. We looked for a place to sit around the bar. No place. Then we went upstairs. There's like a couple like chairs near the bar, but it's mostly like against the wall.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the show started, this couple that was sitting at one of the standing room tables got up and left. So we took their spot. We had a seat the whole time, and yeah. So it was a cool little experience. Not having to stand in the bullpen. So.
Yeah, they put on a great show, and as I've watched more and more of it, I've done shows myself, realized kind of like, what Tony is doing here, what he's doing there, not just as a host and sort of directing all the action.
Oh yeah.
You also notice, like, if you look at him, like, he'll give like little glances over to people, like the camera guys. It's been impressive to watch, but then also realizing like how he sort of strategizes like the story arcs of people who come back.
Yeah, he's very much in control. So the opportunity I got to spend with him in the green room that one time, I saw that he's run a business.
For sure.
Yeah, even like what they're doing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays with Joe, that stuff is tight. They're making sure that there's new jokes coming up. They're making sure that the clips are coming out. I mean, if it's not, he's telling somebody it needs to come out. You know?
Yeah, Kill Tony is totally like his livelihood. It's,
Yeah.
they're running a business over there. Yeah.
And you see the same camera people at Joe Rogan's events. You see the same camera people.
Joe,
Yeah. So
Big shout out to ZPics by Joe on Instagram. He's a really cool guy.
And then Yoni is
Yoni
who's filming a lot of that. And then
Yoni coordinates a lot of editing and stuff.
what's the girl's name with the? She had purple hair, Candace.
Oh no, that's Christy. Christy Nova.
Yeah, Christy. I always get names messed up.
Christy E-Girl Nova. Yeah.
Yeah, she's always filming everything, and she was in the green room when I saw her, so she's like there with them. Even Red Band posted a picture of them at Thanksgiving, and she was in the background next to Tony. So I mean, they're always there. So you don't have to get in with the big guys to see what's going on. These guys that are around us all the time are the ones that are around them.
Yeah.
So if they're funny, you're funny. You hang out. You're in it. You just fucking be chill. You're in the scene.
Oh,
so so many people don't get that. They think that I gotta be on Tony to impress him. No, you impress that person that's watching over there in the fucking corner because they're there with them all the time. You don't know who's watching is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you don't have to go to the big guy to do it, and you don't have to go to the big guy to fuck up either. You can be fucking up with that person watching you in the corner too, and you never get anywhere.
Okay, for sure.
That's what my point is.
Just be a good vibe, be a good
all the
hang
time
wherever you are.
Not just when you're trying to get on with Joe Rogan or whatever.
Yeah, but then there are also like a lot of people who are under the kind of impression that like Joe Rogan or Tony Hinchcliffe, to name people like that who get that kind of attention, like are the way in to become comedians. Whereas like there are other avenues you can take.
That's my point. Is like even you yourself, you host mics. You have a show coming up on Sunday. You see somebody who's crushing it at an open mic. You have the ability to invite them onto your show on Sunday. You're going to hear about these people.
Right.
Just like anybody else is going to. It doesn't have to be fucking Rogan or the fucking bar who's owning the place.
Yeah.
It's the guy who's standing there that's going up after you even. It really has a lot of pull.
Yeah, no, I do remember when I hosted my first show, like suddenly certain people started treating me quite differently.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, there is that aspect. So just think about how many people are trying to get to like Tony or Rogan and treating him differently, or this thing, times that by probably a million, 100 million. I
was thinking about that the other day. It's like, yikes, yeah.
They have to be so guarded and so well protected. It's got to be crazy. You can't let anybody. That's why they have all those people around, that are there watching, seeing who is funny, so they don't have to be.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah. Anyways, so Tuesday, what is Tuesday? Oh yeah, so I did Cap City. That was a cool mic.
Good.
Yeah, we had a full room of people.
Nice. So it was like the small room, but it was full, or was it the big room that was full?
No, it was the upstairs small room, but it was full.
Yeah.
There wasn't a seat empty. Yeah.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I heard that they did it in the big room one time, but then the people who would have filled out the small room instead filled the back of the big room, and so that was a little bit of an awkward situation.
I think having somebody's seat is important. I noticed Clay was seating people last Sunday at Hans's show, and he filled in the front first. Right. That makes a big difference when you start filling them in like that.
Yeah, and suddenly people have a notion that like being as participatory as possible, or like being as close to the action as possible. It's like, that's what everyone's doing.
Yeah, so everybody starts being a part of the show. It's not just breaking off to their own little groups or talk.
It can break down certain barriers that people have, and just make it. Just give more opportunity for people to really become involved in the show. Yeah,
exactly. So Tuesday was that, and then I also did Creek in the Cave, and then Anderson Mill. So I had a pretty busy Tuesday.
Yeah, you went to battle the demons at Anderson Mill Pub.
Yeah, I was the last one up, so I followed Alden this time. And,
was it loud and wild at that point? I haven't been over there.
It was fun. There's some frat guys up front, but my kind of jokes, dude. Once they start listening to me,
they did good.
Yeah, they were in it. But since I was the last one, Mike just let it.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
let me
let you go.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck. So I started like looking for shit because I don't remember half the stuff I should be talking about. I have to have cue cards,
Gotcha.
which is my problem. I need to
Yeah.
start learning my bits.
Yeah, but what I discovered also is like that that like jokes and bits that you've written when you've performed them all enough times in front of people, then they start to come unbidden to your mind, or they might actually come right after a particular one because some other joke you told reminds you of this one,
Right.
and so then it actually yeah. So I think by repetition that kind of thing
Well,
takes place.
Been thinking about writing a lot more actual like sets, like
Like something that has an arc to it, something that's planned out. You do this one, that one, that one. Yeah.
but it all ties together.
Right.
Like been listening to comedy on the radio,
And like where you have a callback right at the end.
right?
Like,
So yeah, it's all holidays or it's all summertime or whatever it is, the subject. But it's a full 5 minutes on that subject.
exactly.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Well, I'm planning on. I haven't done it yet, but all these jokes I have that are similar to like one subject, I'm gonna try to work them all into an actual
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, and that gives the whole thing kind of like a certain gestalt. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my next goal is stop telling jokes and start telling an actual whole.
Gotcha. To
Bits.
start telling sets and chunks
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So that's my new challenge. But yeah, man. And then Thursday was Thanksgiving. So you had Thanksgiving with my old date on.
Yeah. I had Thanksgiving with Daniel and Blanca. They were super nice, and it was over at Daniel's cousin's place, and so Daniel's cousin and her boyfriend. We're there, and so they're just a really fun hang.
That's cool.
Very welcoming.
And I really didn't date this person. This was on Hans's Other People thing, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Show on Sundays. But yeah. Hans Kim's. But yeah. So Thursday was good. You hung out. Did you do anything Friday?
Let's see. Friday. I think. Oh yeah. I looked for the snail. Wait, no. I think Snailhaven was just canceled. So I probably. Yeah. I stayed in. I took it pretty easy on Friday.
Right on.
Yeah.
I think we took Friday off
Yeah.
too.
Except I went out to the roast battle. That was
Oh really? How'd that go?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Adam did a great job hosting it. Got the energy of the people up. The the judges were all fantastic, and Casey was hilarious as a judge. Yeah, it does as usual. And then and then there were a couple of really good battles. Some of the battles were real stinkers. Number 4, the fourth one was got basically the DJ MC Lunchbox. He was carrying it the whole time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Where's that held at?
Oh, that's at the Creek in the Cave.
Okay, it's on Fridays?
Every other Friday at 11. Yeah.
Okay. That's
But
cool.
but the two really good battles, there was Craig Fergola versus Colin O'Meara, and both of them had good jokes for each other, and then there was a lot of rebuttal back and forth. And,
Nice.
And they were also killing it with that, which was really cool. And then the last battle was also a really good one. You had Jack Timmons versus who was he roasting? Darian Irwin. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Darian had these sort of a bigger guy. He had these little round sunglasses on. He's like, hey, if you're here, who's looking for Sonic the Hedgehog?
Nice.
It was perfect.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, Darian's funny. I've been seeing him get on a lot of shows lately. He's one of the door guys at Kill Tony the Vulcan, and, but he gets up. He bumps me a lot on the open mics. I know. No, he gets in there when they can. That's it's funny to see these door guys show up and after work and still put the work in. It's really cool.
And Darian's not only a really awesome comic, but he's really good at it, and I think he really enjoys it.
Yeah.
And so then that that adds to that. I imagine he's been doing it for many years. And I notice he has a lot of followers on Instagram too. But I think he's been doing it for a long time, and he's fucking hilarious. And he also likes to improvise with the things that he was saying, or I watched him last night at the Filthy Show, and he was he was opening up for Kurt Metzger, who's on the Irene show tonight.
Oh, nice.
But he was opening up for Kurt No shit. No, it must have been on a Filthy show. But yeah, I was just kind of like watching how he would like wait for the audience to react, and so he didn't seem worried, you know.
Yeah. So he just playing off of it and just being cool the whole time, right?
Yeah, but also being quick. He's
Yeah.
super quick. Like there were some times I've been hanging out with him in the back of the creek in the cave, and then suddenly like we get on an idea to joke about, and then he'll tag it like 4 or 5 times.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, okay, wow, you know.
That's cool. So he's awfully very fast.
Yeah.
We're awesome, man. I think I got my my buttons working again. I was just
Okay.
testing them so I could
Yeah,
see while you were talking there.
Yeah.
But,
Was it?
no, I wouldn't interrupt you like that, man.
You never drop a nuke on me.
No, I was just listening intensely, you know. But yeah, no, I think those roast battles are really cool because it gives comics an opportunity to play off of each other, but in that moment. But they also have a time to write jokes about each other. They know what's coming up, so they have this little bit of writing time where they take the time to actually write new jokes about the person. They're putting the time in, and then they have that quick wit on top of it.
And I think some of the battles that were not as strong were ones where people had less writing time. But I believe that the one with Craig, at least he heard about it like a day prior, and I assume so did Colin. Then
If you just put the work in, I mean, even
this
the
is all
day
right
of.
inside, right?
Yeah, you're fine, man. Did you want this one too?
I'm good on that right now.
So as long as you're putting the work in, I think you can do it. Even if you get told the day of, you know, some people have jobs, whatever. But if you took an hour to write, it's only gonna take an hour to come up with something really solid about that person. You know.
Yeah, and so long as you're good at writing roasts too, you know, that makes a difference. There was like
You shouldn't be on there if not.
Some of the people who were bombing. One of the kinds of roasts that I've noticed bombs regularly is like when people attack even like very jokingly someone's ability in comedy or their career. And I think that's partly a mistake because like most of the people showing up to the show, they don't fucking know you from Adam, which is as it should be. You know, that's just what it is. And so then you're trying to like talk about most people aren't involved in comedy or in show business, so they don't relate to that. It's like you're getting too involved in the machinations of your own life with that kind of joke.
Yeah. Showing too much behind the door or behind the scenes, I guess. Because if you're talking about like, sex with me is like nobody's gonna fucking know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Or it could be too. Yeah. Or it could just be too kind of like. Or too just kind of self-involved. Because like say for instance, if there was like a roasting club for engineers, right? The non-engineers might think this kind of like, oh, so he's just talking shit about his ability at engineering.
Yeah.
And then but then I also noticed on Friday a lot of the jokes that were bombing or not getting a response is like when somebody went when somebody went either like in a hacky way or just too quickly to something like pedophilia or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know, however, at the same time, you know, on that like. At the same time, I think there was Colin roasted Craig on. Craig is not a sex offender, but roasted him on on looking like one. Really effectively. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So it can be done correctly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But when you just jump right into it, it doesn't play too well if you don't have a good build up to it.
Because that's also like a strong subject for an audience to take on their palate. You know.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to just start off with you look like you fuck little kids. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't want to do that. But yeah, man, that's funny. I think that button doesn't work. I think the roast battles and the jokes are having both audiences is fun because they're not the same audience.
Right.
That's gonna go see a comedy show and that's gonna see a roast. The guys who going to see a roast will be like, oh fuck yeah. So if you start talking too much shop, they're not gonna. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, that's true. They just like
they want to get more involved. A burn, yeah. Throw that in there. Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Speaking of which, you gonna be at Banana Phone tonight?
I will be. Yeah. I'm gonna hang around all day from 6 to 6, I guess. I might go to your thing at 4. Just depending on how much Uber Eats money I make today.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, man. What else you got going on this week? Anything special we need to tell the audience about?
Well, let's see. No, mostly just this weekly show at Irene's. I'm super excited for it. The last one was awesome. I hope that this one is just as packed out, and yeah, and I think it's going to be not just a really fun time, but hopefully a healthy thing for the comedy community. Give people opportunity to express themselves more. Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Now, on Irene's, if somebody wants to get on your show, do they need to send you a reel, or are you taking any inquiries at this time?
I really mostly don't need to because because people I reach out to fill out the list.
Okay.
But I never, if somebody asks me, I'll either say something like, I'll let you know, or you can always
Okay.
send me a demo tape. You can send me a tape.
So you're actually scouting people in the back of these open mics.
Well,
right?
yeah, sure, yeah.
See,
I
that's
mean,
where it's at, people.
yeah.
So get funny, get up there, and you can be on your own show too. That's what it's all about. So that was my point. Let's see. So Irene's is going good. You got the piano thing tonight. Very impressive piano playing last 2 weeks ago, whatever that was.
Thanks, man.
That was fun. Did a great job with that. Let's see. Are you hosting anything? We still don't have a minute to win it yet, huh?
No, yeah, and I would do that mic again, but there just need to be some venue that's actually
It needs to be
interested.
there.
Yeah.
That was the most important mic. I got so many
Yeah.
people started as an open mic. Just
That's true. Actually, a lot of people had their first ever set in comedy at that open mic.
yeah.
And it was also really fun. It was a really fun environment, and a lot of the comedians would be supportive of each other.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any knowledge of venues close to the Vulcan, they'd be interested in doing that, because I've noticed there's just a really big difference in how I feel about doing the show when, like, with Lazy Days Coffee Shop, with East Austin Hotel, with Irene's, that they want me to be there. They're excited about me being
Right.
there, and they feel like me being there is contributing in some meaningful way. Like, whereas with Poor Choices, it was very, it was very nice of them to give me the opportunity to do it. But at the same time, it sort of felt as if, like, the staff really cared about it, but I felt that the manager is like we would have like 1 week where, say, bar sales weren't as high or something, and he would immediately get in touch with me. And it's like I felt like I was just under the gun.
Yeah, that's not the way it should feel. It's not your job to fill their bar too. They should be bringing in people as well. You're
I
bringing
think
in more.
but in a sense, the idea is like having the event there. Will attract more people to the
Definitely.
bar. And
Yeah, and you don't think they have a down week now? There's nobody there. Of course there is.
Yeah,
Everybody has a down week. And that's just the thing about business. So if they're putting that pressure on you, they need to put that pressure on that manager, on that staff,
on
not
themselves,
not you.
Gotcha.
Because you're bringing in
Actually,
40 comics.
Yeah, because why would you want your business to be dependent on the events that you have at it to bring people in, rather than it being a place like
keeping
on its
people
own?
there.
Yeah, that people. Yeah, but part of the thing is, like, also Poor Choices is kind of like one of those clubs that like touristy people who are looking to turn up would go to. Right, it's just somewhere like with like loud music, the flashing lights and everything, and that's fine, and that's like and people need a place to go like that, and they're and so it'll get a certain. But I think the idea that I'm trying to drive at is maybe they don't have a large group of regulars, maybe it's kind of a small group of regulars,
Right.
and most of them are just party goers. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Well, that could be it too. I guess if it's just a party street at that point.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. So I think their focus is definitely like Thursday through Saturday night.
Yeah, which we're doing this on Monday, so why does it have to be a party Monday at 6:00?
Yeah, but at the same time, there just needs to be enough drinks getting drunk to keep the lights on, keep the staff paid.
And not having you there is doing that. I can't see that.
No.
There's no way.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
It would be great to keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
so I think any bar out there should be happy to have 40 comics show up, buy a few drinks, tell a bunch of jokes.
Yeah.
Let's get somebody to host this minute to win it. Derek does a great job with it. It's like I said, so many comics got their start there. That was my first mic. There's a lot of people's first mics. So I think hosting that minute to win it is very important to this Austin community, because it gets everybody prepared and see who actually is qualified to even go on Kill Tony. There's that opportunity to say, oh shit, I was way over my head.
I'd love to do it again. And one of the gratifying things about that mic too is that sometimes either if somebody had gone up on my mic that night and then gone up and killed Tony, or if they'd been going to my mic for a while and then got picked on Kill Tony randomly, that like people reach out to me like, hey, thank you so much for giving me the chance to,
Exactly. It's a
to
warm-up.
test out my jokes and stuff. Yeah.
You don't go into a boxing match without ever hitting a bag.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is some of the stupidest stuff that I heard in the Kill Tony line when I used to go through the line to like let everyone who might not know about it.
Yeah.
And the like was like people who were like visiting from out of town to to sign up and see the show, like who are just like fanatics of it, but trying comedy for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And I say like, yeah, well, if you want to give your story a test and just see how it feels, coming out of your mouth even, and there were a number of people like on different weeks to be like, no, I want to do it for the first time in front of Tony. It was like, okay, yeah, you're just giving yourself every opportunity to fail right now.
Exactly. That's kind of the mindset I had when I first started too. I had a little bit of a different history, but it still makes absolutely no sense to not get on mics and get and see what it's like to even talk into a microphone and get in front of people.
Yeah, but I think some people sort of have like kind of a fantastical image of like, it's like, oh, my first time doing comedy is
that was the delusion we were talking about last time.
I hope that guy's all right.
He did not do any mics, and he got up there and just went straight for it and got booed off stage.
Yeah.
So that's how important the minute to win it is. You didn't give him the opportunity to give him a warm up because poor choices. It's poor choices' fault, really. But
his blood is on my hands.
It is, man, because everybody else had that opportunity that you gave us, and this poor kid did not.
He just came to town too late. Maybe that was his fault.
He just missed out. No, Derek, we need you, man. We need you for the community.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to do it again. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap it up. But I appreciate you coming out this way, Derek, and doing this in my house again. And this has been ATX Comedy Review.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, brother. All right.
Yeah.